There comes a phase in life when nothing feels completely right. Your decisions feel uncertain. Your direction feels blurry. Even small things begin to irritate you. You look around and quietly wonder how everything started feeling so off. Stay till the end. This might change how you see your own journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, like a subtle shift in the air that you can't immediately explain. The routine that once felt normal begins to feel uncomfortable. The goals that once excited you now feel distant and heavy. You wake up with a strange tension in your chest. It's not panic, but it's not peace either. It's a quiet awareness that something inside you is unsettled. You try to distract yourself by staying busy. You tell yourself it's just a bad week or a temporary mood. But even when you complete tasks and check off responsibilities, the uneasiness remains. Sometimes you start questioning everything at once. Your career path, your friendships, your habits, your future. What once felt stable now feels fragile. You might even begin doubting your own judgment. If everything feels wrong, you wonder if you are the problem. You replay past choices and ask yourself whether you made mistakes that led you here. This phase can feel isolating. From the outside, nothing dramatic has changed. People still see you as functional and capable. But inside, there is a quiet storm of confusion. You may notice that conversations feel different. You feel slightly disconnected even when surrounded by others. It's as if you are present physically but distant emotionally. Part of you wants answers immediately. You want clarity, reassurance, certainty. You want someone to tell you exactly what to fix so everything feels right again. But this phase rarely comes with clear instructions. It is messy and undefined. That is why it feels so uncomfortable. If this feels relatable, hit like or comment I relate. Many people go through this phase quietly, thinking they are alone in it. You are not strange for experiencing this confusion. Often, the phase where everything feels wrong is actually a phase of growth. You are outgrowing old patterns, old identities, and old expectations. But the new version of you hasn't fully formed yet. Imagine shedding a layer of skin. The old layer no longer fits, but the new one is still sensitive and exposed. That in-between stage feels vulnerable and uncertain. You may have been living on autopilot for years, following expectations, meeting deadlines, chasing goals that once made sense. Suddenly, your inner voice starts asking deeper questions. Is this really what I want? Does this align with who I am becoming? Why does this path feel heavier than it used to? Those questions are uncomfortable because they challenge stability. Stability feels safe, even when it is not fully satisfying. Questioning it feels risky. Sometimes everything feels wrong because you are tired of pretending, tired of forcing motivation, tired of saying yes when you want to say no. You may have ignored small signs of misalignment for a long time. A little dissatisfaction here, a little doubt there. Over time, those small signals combine into a larger feeling of wrongness. This phase can also be triggered by comparison. You look at others who seem confident and settled. You assume they have clarity that you lack. But what you often see is surface stability, not internal certainty. Many people carry confusion quietly. They just don't talk about it openly. The deeper conflict during this phase is identity. You are no longer fully comfortable with who you were, but you are not yet confident about who you are becoming. That identity shift can feel like standing in a room that is being renovated. The old furniture has been removed. The walls are bare. The space feels empty and unfamiliar. It might look chaotic, but it is actually preparation. The discomfort is not proof of failure. It is proof of transition. When everything feels wrong, your instinct may be to escape. Change everything at once. Quit immediately. Cut people off impulsively. But sometimes the wiser response is reflection, not reaction. Instead of rushing, you observe. Instead of panicking, you pause. Ask yourself gently what specifically feels wrong. Is it your environment, your pace, your expectations, or your inner dialogue? Naming the source reduces the intensity. You may realize that what feels wrong is not your entire life. It might be a specific habit draining you. It might be unrealistic pressure you placed on yourself. You may discover that you have been chasing external approval more than internal peace. That realization can be uncomfortable but freeing. The turning point in this phase happens when you stop labeling it as disaster. Instead, you begin seeing it as recalibration. Your internal compass is adjusting. Recalibration feels disorienting at first. like a map being redrawn while you are still walking, but it leads to more authentic direction. You begin to notice small truths. Certain environments energize you. Certain goals feel hollow. Certain conversations feel genuine. These observations are subtle but powerful. They guide you toward alignment. They help you understand what needs to shift gradually. You don't need to solve everything today. You don't need to have a complete 5-year plan. You only need to take one honest step. Maybe that step is setting a boundary. Maybe it is exploring a new interest. Maybe it is having a difficult but necessary conversation. Small steps rebuild clarity slowly. They create momentum without overwhelming you. This phase is also an invitation to slow down. When everything feels wrong, rushing often makes it worse. Slowing down allows space for insight. Give yourself permission to not have it all figured out. Growth rarely looks clean and organized. It often looks like confusion before clarity. Remember that discomfort does not mean destruction. It can mean development. It can mean you are becoming more aware. Over time, the intensity of this phase softens. The questions remain, but they feel less threatening. You start trusting your ability to navigate uncertainty. You realize that feeling wrong was actually pointing you toward what feels right. It was highlighting what no longer fits. You begin making choices that align more closely with your values. They may be small adjustments, but they feel lighter. That lightness is a sign of progress. One day, you will look back at this phase differently. You will see that it forced you to reflect. It encouraged you to grow beyond comfort. Right now, it feels heavy and confusing, but it is shaping you quietly. It is strengthening your self-awareness. You are not broken because everything feels wrong. You are evolving, and evolution is rarely comfortable. If this message resonates, take a moment to reflect on what might be shifting inside you. Write down one thing that no longer feels aligned. Acknowledge it without judgment. And if this video helped you feel understood during this confusing phase, please like it. Subscribe to Grow with Grace for more calm and honest reflections about growth and identity. Comment below and share what has been feeling wrong for you lately.